Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and give a review on a brass annealer from AGS Custom that I picked up. I've been looking for one. You know, they're normally $1,200, whatever. I've take my casings and I put them in a 10 millimeter socket that was chucked in a drill with a handheld torch, and that would spin it around real slow, do them one at a time. Works perfect. But it's one at a time, time consuming. So I bought this annealer. Normally they're like $1,200, but this was $230, and I think you can fit 2, 4, 6, like 9 or 10 or something in it. Okay, let me give you the logo here. Can you see the customer's name right down there? AGS Custom Annealer. Just a real quick backdrop. I hate reviews that do a lot of talking and don't show you what it is you want to see, but sorry about that. But I ordered it online on like a Saturday or even a Sunday, whatever it was. And he emailed me back within like an hour, said, hey, I'm going to need a physical address. I can't mail it to the P.O. box. I thought that was pretty awesome. $230. So let's get into it. It's set up pretty easy. I'll go over some other stuff when I'm done, but it comes with inserts that you drop into here that holds this one. These will hold a 6.5 Creedmoor. These will hold 223. They're a little bit smaller. You pull them out and you can hold all your big magnums. Right now I am doing 28 Nosler. My 300 ROM will fit in there. Took a little while to get it set up. What I did was this aluminum bracket comes with it, but I cut these little aluminum pieces and slid them down for my different calibers. So all I got to do, it fits the exact same every single time. I just got to rotate and get it centered, because you really only want to anneal, you know, the shoulder and up onto the throat. You just want to get right in this area and kind of have it go up. You don't want to get heat down in here. You don't want to compromise the base. So with that said, we're going to get in, show you kind of what we got here, and hopefully I don't ruin a bunch of shells, casings. So you get this fired up. I think we're good. You can adjust the speed here. So you turn it on. I'm going to slow it up. There we go. Drops down in the can down in there. About 7 seconds or so. Okay. It didn't come with a power cord, but all you have to do is almost any laptop cord, which I knew going into it that I would have to have that. All right, let's move these out of the way. And you take your annealed brass, and I want you can get a good I mean, they are annealed good. I like them. I like them. All right. Boom. You can load the tray up. And you can load them while it's burning and just go to town on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time is what it'll do. Now, I will say, when I first got it, there's some wiring in there. Let me flip this camera around. Oop. There was some pigtails in there that were loose. It was intermittently going on and off. thought I had a circuit board problem, but it just was crimped wrong. This stripped out right off the bat. You have to get it so tight to hold it in place, and that's why I built these shims. It's like now I can, I can rotate. It doesn't have to be tight at all. I can get it right where I want it. Also, it was too low. What would happen was I added these black parts, and I only added it. It's about 1.5 inches was all. But what would happen is the shell would drop straight down through, and it was so close. See, look at this right here. It was so close to the bottom of that, it would stand straight up underneath in there like that. And then what would happen, the next one would come down through and it would double stack them. and then as a result of it double stacking, jam up, and I have to shut it all off. My bad. I'd have to shut it all off, and it was just kind of a pain. So I would say add another 1.5 inches to this frame. Give a little better hardware and check the wiring. But I'll tell you what, overall, for now having the ability to anneal, and this thing is $230. I mean, we're talking $1,000 less than the other stuff that's out there. This, I'm going to give this, 5 stars. I'm going to give it 4 stars. The reason I don't give it 5 is because I had to do some repair work on it, and I think it's too short to the ground. It just needed this little extra clearance, and it didn't take me long to do it at all. And the aluminum, aluminum just doesn't thread. The threads don't, they don't stay rigid long. So when I went to tighten that thing down to get it in place, it just started to strip out right away. So it would be awesome if you could make a little bit of these. They're just out of aluminum and ship them, or just supply around, a solid tube length and go. But this thing, AGS Customs, brass annealer, I like it. I'm glad I got it. All right.